So everybody keeps on asking me, hey man, what's your thoughts about this presidential election? Hey, Johnny Masters, what are your thoughts about this election? So I'll go ahead and tell you exactly what I'm thinking about this election. When it comes to the Republicans versus the Democrat, it looks like Kamala's got this thing in the bag. Kamala Harris has got this thing in the before. It was real close with old man Joe. That was the most consequential debate I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. So many people say it was a coup d'etat. It was a coup d'etat. In a way, yeah, I guess. Pelosi and the Democrats, and I heard Obama and Kamala confronted Joe and said they're going to use the 25th Amendment against him. So, in a way, yeah, I guess it was sort of a coup, a soft coup, but it was Donald. Donald could take all the credit for it in the world. Donald could take credit for that. Now, I think Kamala's got this in the bag, but I don't think that the country is safe. I don't believe she's left-wing. I don't believe we need a bold progressive agenda. She is not communist. She's a capitalist imperialist, neoliberal capitalist imperialist. She isn't left-wing in the slightest. When it comes to truancy, she's authoritarian. Yeah, 18 years of, go to school and obey some stupid-ass piece of shit motherfucker who wants to fuck you the fuck over. Don't care about your education. Just shut up and sit down. When it comes to marijuana, going to throw parents in jail for having a Huckleberry Finn. You ain't going to civilize me, the greatest damn novel in marijuana. She is not going to legalize marijuana. She threw all those black men in jail for marijuana in California. What kind of progressive is this? She sent an innocent black man to jail. That's a progressive? Check it out. Jamal Truelove. He's going to win $13 million because he survived 6 years he had to serve of his 50-year sentence. Sent an innocent black man to jail for murder. Jamal Truelove, check it out. I shit you not. New Jim Crow, she loves to have the black men in jail because you're going to get them to work for 8 cents an hour. That happens all over the country. Alabama, Oregon, that shit is still going on. It's still allowed. She was also Joe Biden's vice president. Joe Biden's Mr. fucking right-wing conservative. Genocide Joe, Holocaust Harris. $23.5 billion to Hamas was another Middle East terrorist. It was to Netanyahu. So you're going to send $23.5 billion to a Middle Eastern terrorist, Netanyahu, and then I'm supposed to believe that you're on the side of Bethlehem. This is Gaza. We're killing a bunch of Jesus Christ. The massacre of the innocents. Moses and Jesus came out of the massacre of the innocents. We're doing the same shit to Bethlehem that King Herod did. And the Jews to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh had a massacre of the innocents. The one time she gets all pissed off is at the people protesting in Palestine. Fucking right-wing fucking brat. Yeah, if you're getting some loving, a brat is probably, how fun, right? If you're getting some loving like Montel Williams, then that brat would be a lot of fun. But you're going to put her on the mantle. You're going to put her on the throne. You're going to make her emperor. And when she's the emperor, we're going to have private prisons who's going to sue the state because their occupancy is at above 90%. Jesus Christ. Private prisons acting like they're a goddamn hotel, and when they don't have occupancy over 90%, they can't make money for their shareholders. So we got to what? Crack down? Crack some more fucking heads so the fucking private prison industry can make some more fucking money? Some things should not be for profit, like healthcare and prisons. Keep the people in prison that need to be in prison. How much money you fucking stealing from these guys? She is right-wing. She is right-wing than a motherfucker. So what's the deal? I'll tell you the motherfucking deal, America. America, I'm going to tell you the deal, okay? So here's the deal, America. The deal is this. We're a conservative country. We're a right-of-center country. JFK said the exact same thing. JFK said we're right-of-center, we are conservative, but the people want progress. Since Bill Clinton, since the 1990s, the Democrats are the conservatives. That's the genius of the Clintons. They went conservative. The fucking Republicans are so stupid, they don't know what the fuck is going on. When it came to the empire, we stayed in Afghanistan. We stayed in Iraq. We pulled the combat troops out, but we kept the occupation going. When it comes to overthrowing Libya, when it comes to all the military bases, at least that Bill Kristol had integrity. At least when it comes to his principles, he says it doesn't matter if it's Barack, it doesn't matter if it's George W. Maintain the empire. He did. Barack Obama said he ran the country as Ronald Reagan. Kamala is a cop. Kamala is a right-winger. She's a DA. She's the Attorney General. She wants to keep the system as it is. She wants to maintain the status quo. Meanwhile, the fucking GOP's batshit crazy. Fucking nut jobs. A bunch of cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Fucking nut jobs. They've lost their goddamn minds. They've lost their goddamn minds. This country's been right of center since Nixon. So that's the genius of the Democrats. They're the conservatives, and if you're smart and it's not about, UK versus Louisville basketball, you just don't want your team to win. You want the country to win. Well, be like Bill Kristol, right? If you got your fucking policies, why would you want the guy that calls himself a Republican that's, overturning the whole fucking... He'll change a whole bunch of shit in the most right-wing, fascist, neoconservative fucking way possible. So JFK is right. America is conservative, or at least we think of ourselves as conservative. But ultimately, JFK says that the people want progress. The people want progress. So all Kamala Harris has got to do, because she's the Democrat, that's as far left-wing as you're going to, go. It's communist Kamala. Jesus, fuck. You guys are so stupid. He is listening to all the wrong fucking people. Donald Trump is not going to have a come-to-Jesus moment. And he's going to keep on bombing those Jesus Christ in Bethlehem, and so is Kamala. All Kamala has to do is skate by. That's all she's got to do to win, just skate by. Because she has both the conservative mantle and the liberal mantle. She can claim them both. They're fucking batshit, fucking psycho crazy. He lied, 30,000 fucking times? Oh, this... Gonna vote for the liar in chief? He's only lied 30 fucking thousand times. So Kamala Harris has got this shit in the bag. They used the 25th Amendment. They confronted Joe. This is awesome. This is exciting. She's a black woman. She's gonna make history. She's younger, new, vibrant. She's interesting. And then when it comes to how she's gonna win, all she has to do is skate by and just offer a few breadcrumbs. Just a couple progressive planks. Just a tiny bit of progressive planks, maintain the empire, maintain the status quo, change a couple things here and there. But ultimately, keep it the same, change a few fucking things. She could codify Roe v. Wade. Codify Roe v. Wade, say you're going to stop that orange commander-in-chief. She's got this shit in the bag. That's all she really has to do. I don't even know what else. Maybe the school lunches. Make all school lunches free. There you go. If she codifies Roe v. Wade and makes all school lunches free, say hello to President Kamala Harris. Now, that's the deal. That's what's going on right now. So what does that mean for me? Well, when it comes to my politics, I'd rather have Jill Stein be president. I'd rather Cornel West or Claudia de la Cruz. And when it comes to my three-dimensional chess, I can continue to push Cornel West and continue to push Claudia and Jill Stein. I want my candidates to win, and I also know how important to vote third party is. You want to, just say you voted for the person that won and you feel good about the thing? If you got a shitty fucking right-wing Republican racist piece of shit, go ahead and vote for the black woman and, rub it in their face. I understand. I got you. I get you. But you could do the same thing by voting for Cornel West or Claudia de la Cruz. When you vote for Jill Stein or Cornel or Claudia, what you're saying is, you don't have my votes, Democrats. You want to win my votes? Then you better speak my language. And how are you going to speak my language? By actually offering a bold, progressive agenda. Offer a bold, progressive agenda. So I'm going to continue playing my 3D chess. I'm going to keep on playing my 3D chess. And what is my 3D chess? Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the governor's races. You got governor's races in Vermont, New Hampshire, Montana, Washington State, West Virginia, Missouri, North Carolina, and Indiana. The land of Indians, Indiana, North Carolina, Missouri, West Virginia. Was that Jennifer McCormick? Vote Jennifer McCormick in Indiana. So I'm going to talk about governor's races. Everybody wants to, every dumb douchebag out here could be like, I'm going to vote for the Democrat. I'm going to vote for the Republican. Okay, who are you going to vote for in Indiana, huh? Do you even know what Jennifer, do you even know who the other guy is? Mike Braun. What about North Carolina? You got Josh Stein, and then you got, what's that fucking Mark Robinson? And then when it comes to Washington State, you got what, Bob Newman, Bob Reichert. And then you got Seymour Butts. Montana, you got that Greg Giaforte. Vermont, New Hampshire. These are red states in New England. Why do we have red states in New England? West Virginia, what's going on with the fucking country? God damn, let's talk about more than just Donald and Kamala and Kamala and Donald and Donald and Kamala. Shut the fuck up. You guys are dumb motherfuckers. Are you all that stupid? You can only heads, no tails, no tails, no heads. And then if you're committed, uncommitted, or a non-voter, go fuck yourself. You non-voting fucking uncommitted piece of shit. You don't believe it's your duty to fucking vote in this country? What about your governor's races? What about your mayors? What about your sheriffs? What the fuck is the matter with you? That's the only little bit of power you got when it comes to political power. And you're uncommitted? You don't know which one you want by now? If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, never, ever know me. Plus, you got some of the American colonies. Was it Guam, Puerto Rico? I forget. But some of the colonies, there's 11 governor's races. Talk about the issues. Talk about which one of these candidates they keep switching, right? You got conservative Democrats, you got liberal Republicans. Talk about the governor's races. Let's have a dynamic conversation. That's the first thing. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rail against Kamala. From the left, I'm going to rail against Kamala Harris from the left as hard as I possibly can for the next 2 months. And I'll tell you why. Because she's a right-wing fucking conservative. When it comes to marijuana, truancy, when it comes to the new Jim Crow, when it comes to sending innocent, why would you ever send an innocent person to jail? What kind of fucking, you just want to maintain that the system is good and it fucking works? Genocide Joe, Holocaust terrorist, $23.5 billion. You know what I'd do with $23.5 billion? Holy fucking shit. I would change the world. I'd fucking end homelessness. I could end homelessness for less than that. With $23.5 billion, I could end homelessness. If you're being serious, America, but you're not being serious. You want to fucking throw parents in jail because why? They don't want to go to fucking shitty-ass school that sits there and talks down to them and they know that there's nothing. They ain't teaching anything fucking real. Just a couple, the bell curve. Just the top 20% are going to make it. The rest of you guys are going to fall the fuck off. So I'm going to rail against Kamala because I want to hear hard, concrete planks. I want to hear hard, concrete planks, and I want to hear it come from the gut. I want to hear it come from the heart. I want to hear Kamala say, you know what, I do care about those Gazan people because that is Bethlehem and that's Jesus. I do care about Palestine because you're supposed to treat your neighbor like you treat yourself. If we compromise on Palestine, well shit, homeless people and poor people and the working class are going to be compromised, let alone black and brown people. That's a racist thing. Just because they're Muslim and brown, you're going to just keep on bombing a bunch of Jesus. You know what color Jesus was? He was brown or black too. So not only do we need to free Palestine, but we need to legalize marijuana. We need a Green New Deal. We need a bold progressive agenda to save this country, to save America. If she does get elected, you know, she'll just promise her 3 or 4 things. But I want to hear the things that come from her gut. What does she truly believe in? Is she just a shifting chameleon, just a goddamn opportunist? She's one thing to one set of people and another thing to another, whatever. Just whoever she's talking to. She's a Republican to the Republicans, a Democrat to the Democrats, a conservative to the conservatives, and a liberal to the liberals. I love UBI. If you're not going to give me universal basic income, then I want all the rest. I want universal health care. I want a universal college, universal child care. I want reparations, and start printing those motherfucking Tubmans out. God damn it. You're going to sit there and tell me you're going to put Tubmans on the $20 bill? Let's start printing that shit up. Start printing that money for us. And then I need police reform. I need instant runoff voting. I need a better democracy. We got a pretty good democracy, but let's get it. Let's make it perfect. Perfect our democracy with instant runoff voting. Let's end Citizens United. Green New Deal. Legalize marijuana. Free Palestine. Universal health care. Police reform. Hell, you could just take Tim Walz's ideas of getting the kids some lunches and paid family and sick leave. Let's pass a second Bill of Rights. It's not just about having big government, a big nanny state taking care of the poor. End homelessness. Let's do that. Let's declare a war on poverty. Yeah, you got the fucking courage, you got the backbone, you got the fortitude to declare a war on poverty. You don't give a fuck about the poor people. You don't care about, what about the working class? Let's get us some unions. Let's have, what's that, the Employee Free Choice Act. EFCA. That's what Obama was going to do. Could you imagine if every workplace in America actually voted for a union? They would vote yes. they would vote yes. We need public finance elections, a second Bill of Rights, prosecute every fucking corporate white-collar criminal out here. We need to end the war on drugs, adopt 10 new states into the Union. Not just a 50 nifty United States, let's have 60 nifty United States. By referendum, get Puerto Rico and Japan and Colombia and any other country that votes to be American, just take them over without firing a single shot, without wasting a single damn dollar from the military-industrial complex. If Colombia votes to be the 51st state, let's take Colombia over. And then we can drive to Colombia just on the interstate and without a fucking passport. Like it's goddamn Utah or Texas or Maine. We could just drive to Colombia. Could you imagine? I want to adopt 10 new states. I want to end the war on drugs. I want to free Leonard Peltier and free Edward Snowden and free Richard Medhurst. Free Mumia Abu-Jamal. So that's the deal. I'm going to rail against Kamala from the left as hard as I can because I know she's a fucking right-winger. I know that she is center-right. Right of center, and she's going to give us just fucking breadcrumbs and just go real slow with her progressive fucking changes because Americans think of themselves as conservative, but it's the heart versus the brain. It's the community versus the individual. It's the status quo versus change. You keep the good things, you throw out the bad. You think with your heart and you think with your brain. You think with both. You care about the individual and you care about the community. By always being a right-wing conservative, always being evil, lesser of the two evils, instead of voting for the greater good, you're sacrificing the community. You're sacrificing your soul and your heart. You're sacrificing the community. You're sacrificing your soul and your heart. And you're not changing. If you want to be perfect, you got to change every fucking day. You got to change all the fucking time. Evolve, America. Get smarter. Evolve and keep on evolving. For God's sakes. So that's my understanding of what's going on in America right now. Thank you.